Welcome to this game called Don't Eat the Cashier. This is a game created by DETCc. It's a game where you as a player worked as a cashier at a gas station. It's like a night shift and all that. But all your customers are pretty much not normal, not human at least. And for some reason, you can interact with your customers, whether it's good or bad. Somehow you can get a romance ending, or you end up at their dinner table. There was some content warning, but the Google document for this game is no longer available. So I will transcribe, I will refer back to what I will experience to give you all a heads up. Okay. Without further ado, let's start the game. Ooh, instantly on the get-go. What are your pronouns? She, her, he, him, they, them. Your pronouns are they, them. Choose your body type. Wow. Only 2 body type options? Okay. Yeah. You have a body type 1. What is your name? Sunder. Your name is Sunder. Sometimes I really wonder, how do I end up here? Not that I dream of a career as a neurosurgeon or an astronaut, but for crying out loud, working at the gas station? Oh, on the other hand, money is money. I sent out resumes to every conceivable and inconceivable place, applying for every position where I could somehow use my degree in art. Oh, this poor guy. The state of the world just doesn't appreciate art at all. So you just have to do minimum wages. God. Ouch. Oh, that hits home. Anyway, 0 response. Ooh. Don't I know it, buddy? I had to swallow my pride and find at least something. I found this note stuck into the glass of the bus stop. Let's see. Human organism wanted for work at gas station. Organism's duties included selling food for mouth, silence and obedience, household task, obeying those who are more ancient. Friendly team offers, new and old faces of friends, long and different life, consumption of nourishment, juicy juice, trips to human places. Wait, what? So, human organism means us. To work at a gas station, which we have to follow its rules, selling food from mouths. So, customers that do have mouth. Okay. A little bit discriminative to those who don't have mouths. Okay. Silence and obedience. Household tasks. This is a gas station. Who needs household tasks? Okay. Unless it is just cleaning up the place, sure. Obeying those who are more ancient. How can I tell if a creature is more ancient? Maybe you'll find like an eldritch or being. I don't know. Food for mouth. Seriously? The guy's got a style of his own. Apparently, the manager is just an eccentric dude. Or is this new marketing tactic to grab attention? Oh, whatever. People often told me I have my quirks too, and that's even if they haven't seen my first. Okay. What a shocker. Oh, whatever. As long as he's not a complete jerk who will hit on me or make me scrub the floor with a tooth. Oh, um, oh look, this is the guy from the Mandela catalog. Oh, somewhere, I guess. I don't know. I didn't scream. I couldn't move. My brain feverishly tried to find any category for this in its database. Hallucination, psychosis, too many energy drinks, typical middle manager. The monster from my nightmares stirred. Its tentacles crept closer to the counter. My God. The creature made a sound. Not from a mouth. It had none. The sound emanated from deep within its bulk, hollow, profound, bone-shaking. Greetings, organism. I'm the Ob, the indescribable and terrifying consumer of worlds. But you, grain of sand, may call me Manager Bob. No. No, this isn't real. I'm dreaming. I need to wake up. You will sell foods for mouths and obey me, for I am ancient. Given how your first impression, I can see why you would call yourself ancient. Memorize the rules of this establishment, but my patient is as limited as the salary I offer you. It's very minimal. Oh. Okay, there's an I. Rule number 1, you sell. No matter what. Chicken food for the mouth, gremlin fuel, noodles made from cursed souls. Chicken food for the mouth. So, yeah, creatures that do have mouth, because Bob described himself as a creature that has no mouth. Gremlin fuel. Gremlin fuel. Do I even want to know how they made that fuel from? Noodles made from cursed souls. I wonder what that tastes like. Lottery tickets for extra limbs raffles, discount ritual foils, everything must be sold. He points directly at me with that creepy, slimy tentacle. Every miserable unit of currency brings me closer to my triumphant exit from this pitiful hole. Oh. Even though he's ancient, he can't actually leave on his own term. Wow, so much for being powerful. I would get fired and get eaten right now. I pinch myself. Did I wake up? Rule number 2, be polite to customers. Ignore bald spots in werewolf's fur and watch out for drafts when ectoplasmic energetic entities are in the store. Werewolves have bald spots. Okay. And watch out for drafts when ectoplasmic energy entities are in the room. I'm not sure what the drafts mean, but I'll keep an eye on the ectoplasmic energetic entities. What? But don't let them get too bold. Customers are just walking containers for currency, and they should only pay in monetary units. Okay, so we're not gonna let some sort of Karens talk over us because they're here to pay. Because just walking container. Okay. Payment in an existential dread or hair of the dead is not accepted. Payment of existential dread. Hair of the dead. Okay. Those two are not accepted. Anything else is free game. Many of them come here just to chat because they are idle and purposeless organisms. Your task is to make them part with their currency away. Yeah, this guy really wants their money. To chat because they are idle and purposeless organisms. Okay. So we gotta, if they just wanted to chat, we just have to make sure they leave. Got it. It is also your duty to heal organisms if they are injured using special kits. If they die, they can't give away currency. Oh, okay. So you're not that evil. And again, that's kind of evil if you this sort of healing is transactional. You just have to pay us. I wonder how if we move around this game. Oh, we have options here. Werewolves, exercising energy. And what the hell are you anyway? Hold back. Excuse me, dear sir. You seem to have mentioned werewolves and ectoplasms? Okay, so we were told to be silently tremble with fear. All this just doesn't fit in my head. I'm shaking so much that the cheap plastic badge pinned to my uniform rattles. I'm the embodiment of pure, unadulterated terror. Yeah, we are not going to talk to our boss here. This is the correct reaction when confronted with a superior entity. Your fear is evidence of a functional survival instinct. However, it is completely unacceptable. Many of our customers enjoy seeing a smile muscle spasm on the face of the serving organism. Oh, for fuck's sake, we're gonna have to smile. Fuck. Burst into tears, demonstrate the smile muscle spasm. I gather all the remaining motor control that isn't currently engaged in convulsion. Then I take a shaky breath and attempt to smile. The corner of my mouth twitch upwards, but not in sync. I can feel one side higher than the other. Acceptable. Wow, okay, we got like heart icons from Bob. The asymmetry is a bit distracting, but the main muscle groups are activated in the correct configuration. You have successfully created a smile. Maintain this configuration in all customer interactions. Oh, he suddenly placed a jar in front of me on the counter, on the table. And the last rule, remember, organism, this tip container must be filled with money by the end of your wake cycle. What if I don't get those tips? What then? If the bottom of the jar is visible, you will clean the sanitary room with this object in the dimension of absolute horror and suffering for 2,510 years. I don't have enough time for that. Are you gonna resurrect me to live that long? Clean the sanitary room with... How am I supposed to clean anything with a fork? I couldn't take my eyes off the fork. The potential tool of my eternal servitude. At this moment, my mind fully capitulated. Yes, I was hired by a multi-eye cosmic architect squid. Yes, my clients will be non-humans. Yes, I'm being threatened with a fork and eternal toilet cleaning. Ugh. How could anyone clean anything with... Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The same happen if you ever think of escaping before the end of your work contract. My ocular sensorium perceives the subtlest of matters. It will detect you in any corner of this pitiful planetary sphere. Whoa. I'm stuck here. I'm in a trap. Do you understand, organism? Yes, sir. Acceptable. Okay. We have appeased our manager. Yay. Goodbye, organism. Good luck in your currency acquisitions and button pressing. Oh, okay. Hopefully I can do my job well. Could you show me how exactly do I press the buttons? Points at the buttons on the vending machine. Oh. Sure, I guess. Kind of curious. I point at the sticky buttons on the vending machine. Bob's central eyes looked at my finger, then the machine, then back in my face. The creature sighed. A tentacle extended from his body with torturous slowness. With the drama of a pianist playing the last tragic note, the tip of the tentacle pressed down. Click. Bob waits expectantly. Got it. Your capacity for learning is phenomenal. This concludes the briefing. Do not tremble anymore and be a brave organism in the future. But if it benefits business, then tremble. Great. Absolutely fantastic. He didn't turn around as a human would. His tentacles simply shifted his entire mass in another direction with a soft gurgling sound. He waddled across the linoleum. Finally left me alone. Well, not entirely, because assumingly he is actually watching you like a big brother. The silence at the gas station was broken only by the hum of refrigerators containing juicy chews and the buzzing of the neon lamp above my head. I stood in the same spot, as if rooted to the ground. My breath returned to me in a sharp, uneven gasp. My hands were shaking. The tip jar, which I needed to fill to avoid ending up in a dimension of ancient horrors, still stood proudly on the counter. Okay, so what just happened? Option 1, I've gone insane. That's the most logical conclusion. Prolonged stress from job hunting, malnourished nerves, anxiety, and a disruptive sleep schedule. My brain just malfunctioned. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna wake up in my couch in my dingy rented apartment. I pimped myself again. Nothing. I scanned the room once more. It smelled of gasoline and mulled coffee. Still absurdly real. And that meant everything he said. It was all true. Werewolves, vampires, tips, Vork. A hysterical mix of laughter and scream terror welled up into my throat. But I held back. I need to get through this. Man, really wanted to laugh it out. I feel you, buddy. I need to. Why is it dark? Oh no, don't tell me that's the first customer. Chimes? Bells? What the hell? I mean, those are chimes, but whatever. Oh! Shit! Oh, where the hell did this clown come from? It's a great effort not to look away from those red eyes burning in the pitch black darkness. No. Is he amused? Is he wondering if I'm tasty? Bob didn't exactly give any guarantees that I wouldn't get devoured at work. Oh, my brain. Still recovering from the encounter with Bob was frantically trying to figure out how to break this ringing silence. Okay. You can't just appear with the sound of a creepy piano, sir. Isn't it strange that I work in a gas station for a couple of bucks, yet you are the one who wears the jester hat? Good evening, sir. What would you like to purchase? Please don't eat me. I'm just a miserable, tasteless cashier. Purchase. I would like to purchase your attention. I'm not sure that's on the sale list. However, there's plenty of other things. What would you like to purchase? You're lucky, esteemed sir. My attention is on sale today. I think, we gotta have to make sure, even this customer who's just wanting to chat, we have to squeeze his money out. So I want attention. There's a bus is free, Mikoin, but only for you, sir. Okay. A bargain. But is it wise to put your best merchandise on discount? Anyways, I adore good bargains, especially when they are absolutely unfair. In a truly fair world, my dear soul, you'd be worth more than $6 an hour. the capitalism. Oh man. Oh my god. Can a mere piece of paper reflect your uniqueness? Can even 6 of them? Not even 20 could. And I wouldn't mind 20 extra pieces of measly paper. Sigh. I got another crazy person with a strange way of speaking. And it seems he's in the mood for a charm. So, what a beautiful charming soul like you doing such a dreadful, dirty island of misfortune. Or rather, what is a place like this doing with such a charming soul as yourself? Oh wait, where are my manners? I suppose I must introduce myself. I have many names, but most which are not fit to be spoken in the company of a lovely, noble soul. The nicest I have heard is the Mad King, a title I plan to pass from me to myself for the coming centuries. However, my mortal mother named me Deiran. Deiran. Deiran or Deiran? Deiran. Deiran. I'm going to switch up pronunciation of this guy's name. Now, may I have your hand? Sure, I can offer him your hand for just, Sorry, my mother told me not to offer my hand to strangers, or any part of me, sir. Oh, your highness. Let's say we are quite distant. Can I save this? Sure. He burst into genuine booming laughter. Your mother was truly a wise woman. A masterful stroke of self-preservation. I haven't been rebuffed so delightfully in, well, at least century. I'll just prefer to use enchanted swords and pitchforks. You forgot that words can wound too. I have an eternity for that, literally. May I know your name? It is only polite because, you offer his name. My name is Sunder, sir. Ah, my dear Sunder. You're so polite. You seem to savor my name. It sends shivers down my spine. And that politeness again. As dry and bland as the rations I gave my soldiers, the most creaky of the decree I've signed. And I've signed decrees that requires people to weave ropes from the stand, just for fun, mostly mine. Polite people never risk anything. No friends, no enemies. How is that interesting? Wow. Imagine how wonderful it would be if we became enemies. Those would be the most interesting few seconds of your life. More friends. Then it would be a delightful eternity. I'm ready to become anything for tips. Or lovers, wink. Got him! He blinks. Once. Twice. What a delightful little twist in our script. Look, man, I'm just being polite because I am being changed by this corporate boss here. But if you wanted to be a little bit flirty, why the hell not? I'm matching your energy here. Did I just fluster him? My sunshine, you burn me. Such bravery to flirt with someone who can turn your bones into licorice with a snap of his fingers. He's so flustered that he shifted to a more formal tone. Wow. I feel like my brain is turning to jelly. And I don't understand when we'll finally get to the point. Oh, that's gonna be me. Actually, it's not all that bad. Maybe I've just been spoiled by all those mangas about sinister and tragic monsters. But the only tragic thing about this client so far is his tragic unwillingness to buy my discount draught. So, let's finally get to the purpose of my visit. Finally! It's completely unknown to me. For crying out loud! There's nothing interesting in the assortment of this pathetic shack, except for you. So I'm buying your time. I hope it comes with tips. Let's have dinner. I'm sure you must be hungry. Oh no. Allow me to create a more pleasant atmosphere for us. Oh. Well, I'll be. We changed scenes. That's cool. I'm shivering from a gust of icy wind. You just teleported half of my gas station to a radioactive dump. Or a radioactive dump to my gas station. I think the former. I don't know how you can pick up a large area to a minuscule spot. I'm just going to say the first option. Yes. And the jar's got my freaking jar! What a wonderful place for dinner. Put it back where it was, in the jar. What a wonderful place for dinner. Radioactive cockroach on the menu? Of course, a local delicacy. Pan-fried in their own radioactive juices to preserve the flavors. Yes, I'm gonna have radiation. Fantastic. Fantastic. I sure hope I don't die within a couple of minutes, though. You better heal me up. Or else we won't be talking anymore. Crispy on the outside, still alive on the inside. They grant you the most thrilling superpowers. However, I can't go along without familiar landscape. Already ruined lands makes me melancholic because all the fun has happened without me. Disgusting. Allow me. This is something seemingly less radioactive. I still have the counter with the cash. With the cashier. What a lovely place. Amazingly, I haven't thrown up yet. It feels like I've been flushed twice through an interdimensional toilet. That's one way to put it. I clear my throat. Seems like I'm sitting at the table. Much better. Wouldn't you agree? Couldn't be better. It's beautiful here. And strange. This is your home. Words of a true poet, Sunder. My two favorite categories. Strange and beautiful. This place is much more than a home. It's my cage. And my greatest canvas for creativity. Every ugly tree, every mad toad, every eye-bearing mushroom. Was one? It's all a piece of me. A marvelous place. Except when the rocks grow legs and start running. Including those that people make their homes out of. And now you're a part of this place too. Isn't that wonderful? I'm slowly getting used to the landscape. Fireplaces here are quite charming. But I'd be better without that frog with a human face. What's wrong with it? It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. The frog notices me too. It lets out a sad croak and then looks at me with an expression of deep existential despair. What's that? That's Lorraine, one of the brave souls who dared challenge my authority. My dear friend, who once walked the path of adventure. Oh, okay. However, he didn't foresee the possibility of being turned into a frog on a whim. He even tried to wield a sword with his tiny froggy legs. Fought to the end, a true warrior. Now, however, his foes are mosquitoes and bigger frogs. Tell me, dear, Does he bother you? Is it an existential froggy crisis, I mean? Is it ruining the ambience? He looks at me with an interested expression. I mean, we were a little bit... We were disturbed by him. Like, fuck it, why the hell not? Yes, please disintegrate him. A noble wish is my command. An exquisitely straightforward solution to a little worthy problem. Say bye-bye, Lore. No, don't. No one understands your croaking anyway. The Minecraft oof sound. I can't believe it. That's good. So, dinner. I'm sure you must be starving. Traveling between realities must be exhausting. Ooh, what do we have? This looks strange. It smells delicious. Maybe with honey. And next to the meat, the purple soup. Possibly made from a less fortunate cashew. Whenever the food is poisoned or not, if I refuse, His Highness might turn me into a frog too. So I pick up a fork from the table. And this is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. It's 100 times better than these cheap instant noodles I usually buy in supermarkets. I mean, you have refined taste. You have like nice clothes. What do you expect him to eat like garbage? No. Even the fact that I'm currently in some other universe, surprisingly doesn't seem to harm my appetite. It seems you enjoy our cuisine. My chefs have always managed to cook well. On those occasions when I notice it, I assure you, you won't regret this dinner. At least, not for the first half hour after the meal. You're very kind. Thank you for the food on my plate, not staring back at me. I'm merely hospitable. I'm delighted to share a meal with a dear guest who clearly appreciates good food. But I suppose cheap Chinese noodle wouldn't make you appreciate anything. Please, eat your fill. And don't hesitate to stash what you don't eat in your pockets. It'll give you an exquisite aroma and provide a few interesting, mysterious things. I think I'll be fine with that. I poke at the food with my fork and watch the peculiar scenery from the corner of my eye. A silence hangs between us that might have been called cozy. We're under heavy narcotics. I mean, what's your favorite animal? Don't ask the questions, return to eating. We're having like nice dinner, so might as well just have like a conversation. Glad you asked. It's right here on our plate. Just kidding. But I do need some time to think. Let's see. The riding flea has its own charms. Very disgusting ones. Carnivorous butterflies are beautiful, but they're dumb and noisy. And as we know, only what's empty inside makes a noise. What's in my head? It's always ringing. I think it's a dog. It loves its owners with all its heart, whether they're a saint or a serial killer. It doesn't notice the difference. It lives in a constant, joyful state of blissful ignorance and misplaced enthusiasm. A creature that finds endless joy in the utterly meaningless. It's truly inspiring. Dogs are the jesters of the animal world, and I adore them for it. Especially the small, wrinkly ones. Me and pugs? What about you? Cats. Yes. Thank you for the answer. Oh, indeed. They are the true rulers of this reality. Tiny, fiery gods of apathy and disdain. We are their obedient, foolish caretakers. But I've been lucky enough to escape their tyranny, and instead enjoy my own. I feed those around me. I return to my meal, and just as I chew another bite, I hear His Highness's voice. By the way, how does the meat taste? Is the human flesh tender enough? Oh, my fork freezes halfway. Oh, we're eating human flesh. You're the law here. No, this is the one I had. Okay. Vomit? What the hell? Is there human flesh on my plate? Yes, thank you. Quite tender. Not as tasty as the one I had the day before was. Chewing while looking in, you're the law here. I mean, can we just have it like a joke? That would be funny. I met his gaze, slowly and with all authority, placed a piece of meat in my mouth again, began to chew without breaking eye contact. I can't remember seeing someone so shocked in my life. His mad grin vanished, his eyes widened, and his own fork freezes halfway in his mouth. For one precious, glorious, sweet moment, the Lord of Chaos is completely and utterly baffled. Why, dear, you are a true treasure. What a freak. We have become the freak. Yes, I just knew the way to his heart. You didn't just call my bluff, you raised the stakes to the sky. Oh, no, it's certainly not human. Ha 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 ha. It's just Venetian. As far as I can tell by taste, not very intelligent. It's definitely not Timmy, our carpenter, who unexpectedly disappeared near the large kitchen cauldron, perfectly sized to fit in it. Definitely not. I've personally issued several decrees related to cannibalism, perhaps even concerning its prohibition, but that's beside the point. I rarely have visitors, and I'd like to tell you about other interesting guests. After all, it's the most fascinating thing I can share with you. For a place where mushrooms with eyes grow, you can be incredibly dull here. Shadows in the clearing thicken and stir. They detach from the gnarled trees, rising up from the ground like black ink and spread across the wall. Dancing and intertwining, they prepare to perform their master's swoon. Behold, this incredibly crooked castle, my dear. Crooked to the point of absurdity. In reality, its curves look far more aesthetic, but it gives the creators some leeway for expressiveness. Many brave and not so bright souls have tried to conquer this terrifying, dark, eerie, crooked castle. So many that it became even more crooked. You see, the dreadful monster living there never liked to be distracted from the important duties. Terribly important duties. Like having long, deep conversation with its own reflection or concocting recipes with raisins. The monster was a tyrant, a menace. He sought chaos and disorder, mostly on purpose. He had countless opportunities for creativity and wasn't afraid to use them. What happened? It made some people believe they were pigeons and others that were brains. He wouldn't allow his best servants to have windows, fearing that the moon and both suns would get envious and want to take them away. And he demanded they seal the gaps in the doors well. He locked wizards who came to him for magical gifts in a giant laboratory and promised them power if they invented a kettle that could boil everything except water. I mean, he's just telling the story, so I'm singing song. But behold, a ray of light in the dark kingdom, the first hero. So array, the righteous in all of its clanging, self-important glory. He took a knee to rest briefly because the weight of his righteousness was bad for the health of his poor back. Following rumors spread by the same monster, he fought his way through the monster's loyal subject too. By the way, where did he even find me? Most of my subjects are too busy contemplating the colors of suspenders, or their suspenders, or lamenting their fate. I cherish them in their imperfection. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They were probably the most restless of them. Every story needs humans. In any case, our hero descended into the Grotto of Despair, the Grotto of Tentacles. Imagine the most sinister name you can conjure. The Grotto, nah, it's bad. So, indeed, it's a place where one can so wonderfully despair. Let's not get sidetracked. Into the Grotto of Despair, our hero descends to retrieve an artifact capable of defeating the Monster King. Also, the Ring of Incredible Power. A bit shoddily crafted, but I assure you, it looked more aesthetically in real life. However, the brave knight did not know that the incredible power of the ring lay in its 440 pounds weight. That way, its only magical property. The only incredible thing about this ring was its incredible stupidity and uselessness. The realization that he had spent weeks of his life on a divinely heavy paperweight, and the sudden crushing thought that he should have become baker instead of a hero just to get some sleep. It broke his poor, noble mind. Not that his mind was ever intended for serious burdens. So, the knight perished. Oh, but then along came Elmer Eagle Eye. They say he earned his nickname by escaping from an enemy fortress. On the third day of his captivity, he noticed that his prison cell was lacking the fourth wall. The archer of legendary skills, who tried to kill me with a precise shot, constantly, during breakfast, while bathing, at balls, during sleep, and even while I was devising a plan to get rid of him. The audacity! I hate just killing them. Turning them into madmen is much more fun. I bestowed a little curse upon the elf as well. I made it so that every time he drew the bowstring, he'd hear the most annoying melody to his ear. What an image. Elmo was a terrible racist. He hates dwarves, so naturally the melody became the national anthem of the dwarves, played in the loop by a bagpipe orchestra. The pure rage it provoked derailed his aim every time. Eventually, he stormed the castle, dropped his bow, and begged for a job at my court in exchange for changing the song to anything else. Oh, that's so funny. He was desperate, and I was a villain. Everything aligned incredibly well. Now he's my loyal huntsman. The dwarf march is replaced by a lively elven sea shanty. Oh yeah, that's no wonder. I only heard that elves are pretty racist, so yeah, okay. And let no one dare accuse me of being callous and heartless. Now he has a salary, good food, clothing, entertainment, and a full guarantee of non-dismemberment. That's a good offering, though. You missed the opportunity to change his dwarf national anthem to dwarf serenades. Thunder, where were you before? Horse odes in comparison to long syllabics. Ending rhymes verses about the shine of a beloved beard. Oh man, I am so romancing Dayron here. It's a refined, devilish thing. Why didn't I think of it myself? To torment a man not with the sounds of wars and patriotism, but with the clumsy, heartfelt caterwauling of the species he despises. Turning a love song into an instrument of pure, heart-wrenching agony. Brilliant. Well, I'll steal your ideas for the future. Yeah, you can go ahead do that. And finally, the witch in a classic giant hat under which you could easily fit another witch. She tried a different approach. Seduction. She attempted to charm me to gain my trust, to become my spouse. A fatal miscalculation. She didn't consider the fact that I never trusted the big cats or people, especially when both come in hand. And those who wear suspenders and belt at the same time. A person who doesn't even trust their own pants' certainty doesn't earn the trust of His Highness. And then again, I don't trust His Highness either. I don't trust myself. Especially the left side of my brain. Especially on Thursday. But back to hats. Hats don't evoke any particular feelings. No love and hate. Not even mine. Really. I suggest you quickly develop a strong opinion about them. They say it's a highly entertaining hobby. And useless, like any good hobby. Right. Meanwhile, the witch was quite overt in her murderous intention, jingling with all her concealed weapons. Why does a witch need so many hidden blades? She must have been very bad at witchery. In any case, she now resides in my dungeon. Okay. And you see, I haven't decided what to do with her yet. Her fate is a blank slate. A story is to be written. So I offer you the pen. I simply adore random choices. Give me yours, Sunder. What punishment befits her? What? Does he really want me to decide what to do with a real person? Can I even save her? It doesn't matter what I choose. Everything here follows his whim anyway. As long as I play the circus monkey, I have a chance to get out of here alive. Maybe I should just... Haven't we done that? What do I do? Turn her into a hat, a small one. I mean, you hate big hats though, so why not just make her a small hat? I think the craziest thing would be to spare her. No one would expect that. Turn her into a hat, a small one. The one who lived by a big hat shall become a small hat. The irony is so absurd, it's beautiful. So be it. Let her be a small cow of eternal regret. She tried to get into my head, and now she can barely cover it. A brilliant sentence. Something's missing from the seal. You don't tell me about the monsters. Dear, who cares about these monsters anyway? I do. If the monsters are never mind. The shadow finally dissolved into nothingness. I just turned a living being into a hat, or rather, became a catalyst for it. I wonder what kind of nightmares are warranted in such case. I'm afraid loyal duties await me. Our time is up. I shall send you back, Sunder. I rise from the chair. Squint my eyes shut. He said to be money. The light is blinding, even with my eyes closed. So unusual after all this darkness. The jars full of money! Let's go! It was all worth it, hell yeah. Greetings, organism. How is your work progressing? I see the first transaction was successful. Acceptable. This still doesn't save you from the threat of cleaning sanitary facilities, but it is a wonderful starting point for your entire tiny life. Work is going well, sir. The very first client sent me another dimension and it'll turn me into a cash machine. Excellent. Maintain this level of productivity. You may be rewarded with an additional 5-minute feeding break for if you can find food. Rejoice at my generosity. Continue working. A positive emotional reaction. I am proud of you. And I'll be even prouder if you acquire even more currency. Goodbye, Mr. Manager. Your tentacles shine particularly beautiful at this time of day. Oh! Swoon them, yes. God, we're bootlicking our manager. Like, what the hell, sure. Your comment regarding the shining of my appendage is noted, organism. The secret is a meticulous regime of polishing them with void DETCc slime. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye indeed. He slaps across the floor to his office. As soon as Bob's rhythmic wet slap fades away, a deep sun descends on the station. One moment I'm in a surreal forest, dining on a purple goo with mad God. The next moment I'm being praised by multi-eyed tentacle monster. Maybe these are all just my deathbed hallucination. I mean, sure. Where's the fun in saying this is real? I'll go on, Sam. Some part of me enjoys these mad adventures. This is the correct answer. God, give me back my bills, my noodles, my arguments with strangers on the internet. Dear God. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Disgusting. Now I have to deal with that too. In the midst of my contemplation, terrifying sounds emanate from my boss's office. Unfair bills. Unacceptably large numbers. Of course, what else could upset them more, if not that? Steps. Another visitor. This one decided to cover the door for another change. I think this is where I'm gonna stop. This might be long. I'm gonna save real quick. Main menu. I actually want to return to the main menu. This will be an unsafe progress. Yes, because I already saved it. Okay. It's going to be the start of the series. I wanted to keep it short. I don't want to play like an hour long. I mean, this is already an hour, but I'm probably going to cut off to maybe under an hour. Who knows? It's going to be a part 1 of the series Don't Eat the Cashier. I had a lot of fun. This is my first impression of the game. It gave me so much option, especially the freakier ones. I like the freakier options, the better. I enjoy the art style too. Surprisingly, I got spooked by the manager, but I got desensitized after, this art style is lovely. It's leading to more like attractive cuteness, that kind of area. So, or beyond my comprehension, it's just nowhere that close. But I enjoy the interactions between us, the player, the manager, and other clients. I think I'll try to keep up with my polite attitude before going off rail to appease them. That's about it. Thank you for watching and goodbye.